This is Ryan Cribben, and I am presenting a slidecast on how small schools encourage a more creative educational system than larger schools. The idea of creativity in education came about when Ken Robinson went on a TED Talk and pitched his ideas about why schools are killing creativity in students. In his 20-minute section, he makes an argument that the public schooling systems are the reason why we are losing our originality and creativity. This is because it is bland, restrictive, and doesn't support and create creative minds of its students. It just resists creativity of the students. This idea is what I am comparing in my revision on how creativity is encouraged greater in small schools compared to a large school. With all of this talk about creativity in education, what is creativity? According to Ken Robinson, if you're not afraid to be wrong, then you'll never come up with anything original. He points out that it is our public education system that is killing creativity. The public schooling system, according to Ken, creates students who only care about getting the right answers and not doing things they enjoy. Students have grown out of being creative, according to the video, because we now go to school to get a job and learn skills that get industrial jobs and provide, at most, little enjoyment in the process. The University at Buffalo is a perfect example of what a large school looks like. With the North Campus alone sitting on 1,192 acres of land with 125 buildings, and South Campus at 154 acres and 49 buildings, UB has around 30,000 total students and 1,800 faculty members. St. John Fisher College in Rochester, New York is a great example of a small college. It has around 4,000 students, graduate and undergraduate, and has 154 acres of campus land. The difference between large schools and small schools are clearly observed. In a large school, your freshman classes can be anywhere from 100 to 300 people, where everyone is scrambling to write down the lecture notes the professor mumbles off. In small schools, the biggest class you might ever take could be around 100 people, but on average 20 to 30 people. Also, large schools come with a large variety of majors that are offered. At times, the classes can be taught. Where in a small school, if you're not getting the classes you need, you won't be taking it that semester. But with a smaller school, your degree is designed more towards your needs. You also get to know your professors on a personal level, and you are not just a number, like in a large school. As the picture shows, in a large school, you're a small fish in a big bowl, but in a small school, you seem more important and are a large fish in a small bowl. Large schools kill creativity in various ways. Large class sizes and little to no chance to get to know your professor causes you to feel as if you are just a number in the class you are taking. This then causes you to want to get a good grade and finish the class, and not question what you are learning. Also, the boring general education classes that everyone is forced to complete creates a mindset in the students that they just have to get the right answers for that class, and then it will be done with, not taking their time to understand the topic truly. Also, classes that might interest you outside your major, you might not have time or permission to take, because they could be reserved for certain students and majors. All this, according to Ken Robinson's theory, kills creativity in the students. Small schools can encourage students to become more creative. For example, small class sizes allow for the professors to get to know their students, and after they get a good sense of whom you are, then they can motivate you to push you to do things that you never could have imagined doing. This would allow for students to question what they are working on and push themselves so the work they do in class is creative and proves to your professor that you care and are interested about the class. What this means is that if you want a more creative worker in industry, you need to create a more creative and inventive educational system. Small schools are doing a good job at achieving higher creativity in their students, but big schools need to do some major work. To have more creative students, they need to throw out the traditional educational system and start new ones that allow students to question and enjoy what they're doing. Also, they can become more educated, which is the goal of college anyways, right? I would like to thank you for listening to my slidecast on creativity in small schools and the lack of it in large schools. Have a good day. Ryan Cribben.